After this very beautiful darshan of Swamiji, now through the darshan, Swamiji's initiated all of us to directly experience Ishwaratva, becoming the Lord of our lives, to manifest the space, the Lordship of our life. And Swamiji has initiated all of us with this beautiful experience. How did you all enjoy the darshan? Can I request all the participants to post? Ma Manushi, Nityanandam, Ma Yogananda Guru Prasadini. Can I request all of you to come on camera? Ma Merlin, Ma Helen Gomez, Ma Lita, Ma Rani Iyer, Ma Parvati Parameshwaran. Great. Actually, all of you, everyone that are here, please understand, whenever you manifest this power, literally, when you, right after the darshan, when you manifest powers, it is like right after you eat, you need to digest the food. Same way, right after you receive the darshan, the initiation, you literally imbibe it, assimilate it as a part of you by doing power manifestation. I'm going to request all of you here, all the participants here, to start now. Let us all manifest the power of length and breadth dimensions. Shall we start? See, connect to Swamiji. What initiation Swamiji is given, the space that Swamiji is initiated now. Any intention you create in you right now, you can start manifesting it. And what we are going to do now is, we are going to be manifesting a very interesting round actually. I'm going to be showing all of you one particular place, two locations to scan, okay? And I'm going to request all of you to draw like a Google map, full details. You're all going to post, okay, go right, go straight, go left. And you're going to draw a detailed map. Are you all understanding? If you're all understanding, can I request you all to please confirm yes in the chat? Once you're clear, okay. Thank you, Maena. And Ma Jnana Yogini, Ma Teresa, Ma Helen Gomez, okay. Ma Bassi Nuildas, how about you? See, understand. Now, when you start manifesting this power, you will actually start accessing the breadth dimension. You will be able to start accessing the breadth dimension of the cosmos. Means suddenly you feel like your whole brain has opened up and you become more creative. Okay, let's start with first round. And I'm going to give you all 3 minutes per round. Okay, so I'll project a question for all of you. Please keep your paper and pen ready. Draw. You may see first, you will see just directions, or you may see just lines. Go to details such as even what are the landmarks using? Is there a river or a pond nearby? Or is there a bridge you have to cross? Any landmark you see, draw that also. Okay. Shall we start? Please connect to Swamiji. Your 3 minutes starts now. Please start. Whatever details Swamiji is revealing to you, start penning it down.
Paramashivoham Om Nityananda 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 Paramashivoham.
Connect to Swamiji and pen down all the details, every landmark, whatever you're seeing, pen down all of them.
Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham.
Yes, your 3 minutes are up. Okay, come on. Now, can I request all of you to post the answers? Please start posting the answers, all the details, whatever you saw through the third eye. Start posting them all one by one now. Your 3 minutes are up, so I request everyone to post whatever you saw. Describe the distance, the duration. Start from all of that. See, like how when you go to Google Maps, right? If you want to go to a nearby temple in your place, all the details that Google Maps shows. Okay, ma Helen Gomez is saying, are we going to use an object? No, ma, sorry. See, that's the length dimension. The length dimension, manifesting, the power of manifesting the length dimension is where anything within the logic dimension of the cosmos, you'll be able to see it. So like how just by seeing two places, you'll be able to tell precisely the distance, the duration, how many miles apart it is, what are the landmarks, everything you'll be able to tell. Okay, my stuck has posted. Come on, everyone else, Mayana, Ivana, Matirisa, I request all of you to post. Okay, I'm going to show the answer for the first round and then we will go to the next round. And I request all of you to participate actively in this. So here you all can see the answer. This is from the Kansas City to the Central Library. Starts from there and it goes to the Missouri Temple in Kansas City. And you can see here. So you first get on to 2 minutes drive to the right. Then you continue straight and then you reach the destination in about, so it totally takes about 13 minutes, 13 to 14 minutes. And you all can see the answer here. See, when you actually scan, right, you'll be able to see precisely all the details. Whether you have, is there a shopping mall nearby, or is there any particular thing that you see, or is there a river, is there a lake, something like that. You'll be able to see in all details. As you all can see here.
One spiritual powerful cognition.
Yes. Now, I'm going to request all the participants to once again scan. Let's do next round. Okay, shall we do one more round? Okay, in the second round, now I'm going to be projecting another two places and I'm going to request all of you to scan through the third eye. This time, try drawing as detailed as possible. Are all of you understanding? Go into detail, which place is this and where is which country is this in and what is the distance, what is the duration, all details scan through the third eye. Understanding? Yes. Let's start. Your 3 minutes starts now. Please scan, connect to Swamiji. Chant the Mahavakya.
Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham 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 Om Nityananda Paramashivoham
Yes, the 3 minutes are up. Okay, I'm going to request all of you to now post again. Please start posting all the answers, whatever you're seeing through the third eye. Come on, post as detailed as possible. What is the distance? What is the duration? And any specific landmarks that you saw between point A and point B. Post all of them as detailed as possible. Okay, I see various different answers coming. Okay, go on. Post everything that you saw. See, understand. Swamiji beautifully tells when you are manifesting this power, right? Every time, whenever you are, when you're trying to manifest, many times your mind convinces you, you get distracted by thinking, oh, it's not going to be possible. The moment you put that filter, if you are going to see through that lens, then it's not going to be possible. But if you entertain, constantly add depth to your thinking by cherishing the right powerful cognitions, then you'll actually start manifesting it. Shall we see the answer now? Okay, this is the exact answer. So the first location that was shown to all of you is Marina Beach, which is in Chennai. The second location is Phoenix Mall, which is again in Chennai and in India. And you all can see the distance between the two places is 11.9 kilometers. And the duration to travel between the 2 points is 9 minutes. So each of these, you can see the different points that is described here. And actually see how many of you are noticing. How many of you started getting it correct? You were able to see the description, the landmarks correctly. Maestro, you have started manifesting. Wow. Excellent. Aina, wonderful. Actually, Aina, you see, you have manifested in the previous one where you put the exact form you got. That means that is your strength. Start playing with it every time when you have to draw the map. Go back and start drawing the shapes first. See, sometimes in Gurukul kids also, right? Swamiji will tell that. Some kids used to see numbers so easily. Some kids only used to draw shapes and that used to be correct. So Swamiji will tell, start with that when you become, see, it's nothing to do with power manifestation. It's only mental conditioning. Sometimes some kids may think, oh, math is difficult, so they'll have some incompletion with numbers and they'll not see the numbers first. So Swamiji will say, you just play with it. If it's okay, then just draw it as shapes. But start playing with that power so you'll become comfortable with it and that will lead you to a breakthrough. You're understanding, huh? Okay, so that's wonderful. Thank you all. Thank you for your participation. Now we're going to be entering into the next session where we are going to be understanding and learning about how these 25 states of consciousness are mapped to the 14 lokas, the 14 parallel universes and vertical time zones. And Swamiji is going to be revealing to us in detail about it. Let's all listen to the revelations now.
Listen carefully. Vedas have well documented 40,000 years constellations and the movements of the planets, well documented, 40,000 years document. The Jyotida Shastra and Sutras, Varahamihira, the father of the principles and principles. Listen, principles are the theories and principles. Principle means the primordial source knowledge, the source core method in which the philosophy flows. Varahamihira and other Vedic masters precisely presented what science discovers now. That is why the description of the vertical time zones and lokas by the Vedas are factual and authentic, not stories are fairy tales. Be very clear. They are not fairy tales or some imaginations. They are not some fantasy or Harry Potter stories. No. They are not Harry Potter stories. They are Harry's Potts stories. Whatever known to the cosmos, known as the cosmos, to all of us. Listen carefully. Whatever is known as cosmos to all of us. Now, science is revealing more and more facts, discoveries about the cosmos. Whatever is known now and getting discovered, everything is elaborately described in Vedas and much more. Even now, science has no clue about the vertical time zones. Because Vedas have described this known cosmos to us clearly, their description about vertical time zones also is the truth. Please listen. Apart from the scriptural references, the truths revealed in scriptures, truths narrated detailed way in scriptures, my own experience, not only my experience proves the existence of vertical time zone, I will go to the next step and say everything human beings are doing on this earth other than trying to have contact with vertical time zones and reach there, go and come. Everything else is a sheer waste. See how when children build castles in the mud, in the beach sand, how it is just sheer waste of time, because end of the day it is not going to be used. How it is sheer waste of time. Same way all the castles you build is sheer waste of time. You are not going to stay. Contacting vertical time zone, having glimpses of the vertical time zone, experience of the vertical time zone, having access to vertical time zone, preparing yourself to move into vertical time zone without cultural shock is the only productivity of life. Understand? building castles in the sand. Stop building castles in the air. Start building castles in the space. Because that is where you are going to live for a long time. The castles in the sand, few hours. Castles in the air, your imaginations and your mental creativity. The castles you build in the air through your imagination may be useful for you for few years. Castles in the space. Castles in the space is the place for enjoying living long time. So listen carefully. Vertical time zones are true, and the consciousness you need to develop to reach the vertical time zones. I'll explain now. First thing you all need to know, for you to talk to a rich man, you need to have the confidence. Either you also have a wealth or you have the knowledge which the rich man does not have. So you need something to have a confidence, I tell you. To cross all these lokas and reach the highest loka, you need to have only one thing, that's a consciousness which can do right or wrong, which has the freedom. Listen carefully. Listen. Listen carefully. See, there are higher lokas and lower lokas. The only thing you actually need to move to all the higher lokas is your consciousness, which can do right or wrong out of its free will. All of you should know, Devatas cannot do anything wrong. Even what you describe as wrong, they cannot do. That is their problem. Demons, devils, the lower Gaha, Rakshasas, they cannot do right. That is their problem. You should know, even great rishis, if they want to go to Kailasa, means ultimate enlightenment, they have to come to planet Earth from Tapoloka. From planet Earth only they can move to Mahakailasa. They cannot directly go from Tapoloka to Mahakailasa. You can't say, oh, the fuel will be very less from there if they directly fly up. The travel will be less. No, they can't. You need consciousness, free will, which can do right or wrong out of your freedom to move to enlightenment zone, the highest planes. Sometimes people ask me, what's the difference between various states of consciousness and various planes of the universe? Understand? If you go to dream state and come back, what you see in the dream state, what others see in their dream state will not be same. Both of you may be sleeping in the same room, but when you go to dream, the world will be different. When he goes to dream, the world will be different. But conscious planes, the multi-dimension planes of the universe means like a Tapoloka, Satyaloka, Kailasa. If he gets into Kailasan, you get into Kailasan, come back, description will be same. The scene will be same. Listen carefully. The various states of consciousness is more like the subjective truths. Planes of the universe means subjective truth becoming reality in the universal plane. Understand? How now all of you experience the same in this Jakrat plane. This wall is same for all of you. This mic is same for all of you. The interpretations about the mic will be different. The knowledge about the wall will be different. Perception about the wall will be different, but wall is same. Understand? Truth is same. The facts you derive will be different. So this is the plane of Bhu. If you enter into the planes of Swa, Tapa, Satya, exploring those planes through the various states of consciousness, I should say, if we need to send a rocket to Mars, the fuel we need to fill is states of consciousness. If we need to reach Kailasa, we need to fill our being with Turyatita. The fuel is the states of consciousness. The place to reach, the plane, is those lokas. The superconscious DNA of Paramashiva, from the highest space, Maha Kailasa, the highest state of consciousness, Turyatita, I am adding that into you. Listen, I'll explain now. 14 worlds one side, 25 states of consciousness other side, and how you go through both. Listen intensely. I'll explain how you go through the 25 states of consciousness in 14 worlds. Both. Listen carefully. Sushupti is the lowest state. You go through in the lowest world. Sushupti means deep sleep. You go through that in Patala Loka. Turyatita, diagonal. You go through that in the Kailasa. Listen. You have please come to listening. I'll explain one by one, step by step. Logically, you just come along with me. Listen. You have different bodies in different lokas simultaneously and spontaneously. In the lower worlds, you go through lower conscious states. In the planet Earth, the plane you are in now, you go through Jakra, Swapna, Sushupti, these three. If you start entering into Turiya and Turiyatita, you start going up to higher lokas, those bodies get awakened. Listen. Sushupti, 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 Swapna, Sushupti, Jakrat are lower states. Sushupti, Turiya, Sushupti, Turiyatita are higher states. Same way here. Swapna, 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 Sushupti, Swapna, 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 Jakrat are lower states. Swapna, Turiya, Swapna, Turiyatita is higher state. Same way. Jakrat, Sushupti, Jakrat, Swapna are lower states. Jakrat is this state, this world. Jakrat Turiya and Jakrat Turiyatita is higher states. Next, Turiya Swapna is higher state. Turiya Sushupti is higher state. Turiya all five are higher. Turiyatita all five are higher. All of you are clear? What is lower states and what is higher states? In the higher lokas, you experience higher states. Lower lokas, you experience lower states. All of you be very clear. The more I push you into the higher states, the more your higher level bodies are awakened. More you start manifesting those lokas and powers and energies, that superconscious DNA in this body. Understand and digest each truth I am revealing. In the Swargaloka, you go through 4 states. Sushupti Turiya, Swapna Turiya, Jakrat Turiya, Turiya Turiya. These 4 you go through in Swargaloka. Then the higher states, Turiya Sushupti, Turiya Swapna, Turiya Jakrat, and Turiya Turiya you go through in Maharloka. Listen. The whole focus is to raise you to Turiyatita by bringing the Kailasa DNA into you. Kailasa's superconscious DNA into you. All of you, please digest every statement I am making. I want you guys to think through every statement I am making. That is why I am giving a lot of time. there a relationship between these states and 25 faces of Paramashiva? Actually, all 25 faces of Paramashiva is beyond all these states and it is in Turyatita Turyatita. Higher states are not only 16, they are more intense than the lower states. You get 1,000 times more intense. I should say million times more powerful with higher states. What is the effect of coffee on the consciousness? No, it just destroys your body. It is like a steroid kick. Coffee does not raise you towards any higher state. It kind of tightens your nerves, gives you a kind of a painful waking state. It keeps you awake, but painfully. Yes, you can see now. The higher states and lower states of consciousness and the 14 worlds. 14 lokas are stopping with Brahmaloka. After that, the 4 is beyond Brahmaloka. Vaikunta, Shripuram, Kailasa, Mahakailasa is beyond the 14 lokas. There is only Turyatita in those 4 spaces. Vaikunta, Shripuram and Kailasa, Mahakailasa. When we are in higher states, the lower identities get destroyed. I should say that they just dissolve. They become irrelevant. Can you talk more about the 4 Brahma Loka? 4 lokas above Brahma Loka. Like Vaikunta is abode of Vishnu. What about Shripuram? See, Vaikunta is abode of Vishnu, Parandama. Shripuram is Parameshwari, Paramashiva Shakti. Kailasa is Paramashiva. Mahakailasa is Paramashiva in his pure formless space. Beyond the form and formless space. That is Mahakailasa. In Kailasa, he lives as Paramashiva with form. Mahakailasa is a pure formless space. Intense life, alive. Even if you meditate on it, you will feel ecstatic. Where is Goloka? Goloka is part of Vaikunta. Is there a Bhuvar Loka above Bhuloka? No. Bhu and Bhuvar are one and the same. Bhur, Bhuva. Suva is the higher Loka. Bhur and Bhuva is one and the same. Unmanifest of Bhur is Bhuva. That's all. Shambhala belongs to Tapoloka. Agama gives elaborate description on who resides in what loka, how each loka looks. Maybe I can give you those descriptions also. Where is Yamaloka? Yamaloka is in Swargaloka. Part of Swargaloka is Yamaloka. Indradi Dasadik Balaka means Indra, Agni, and Yama, Nairuti, Varuna, Vayu, Gubera, Ishana. All 8. And Batala, Bali, Akasha, Vishnu. All the 10 Dik Balakas. They are called Dasadik Balakas. Indradi, Dasadik Balakas have their worlds in Swargaloka. The Vishnu's higher form, Parandama, is in Vaikunta. If I raise to Brahmaloka, is it possible to fall back again to Bhuloka or Batala Loka? Don't worry. Even if you raise up to Swargaloka, very rarely people fall back. Otherwise, usually 99.999% of the people only go higher and higher and higher. Exemption, rare stories only this falling back. Like sometime rarely you hear some fellow raped his own mother. It's like a rare exemption. Like that, some rare people fall down from Swargaloka to Bhuloka. Otherwise, 99%, 99.99% they just go only higher and higher and higher. Gayatri mantra raises you up to Swargaloka. Yes, Kailasa correspond to Purusha Prakriti. All Purusha Prakriti, everything you know ends in Brahmaloka. Above Brahmaloka, nothing you even imagine about it. Nothing you can even imagine. You can only experience. Till Brahmaloka only, or your imagination projections can even measure. With all my initiation, you reach Mahakailasa. You don't settle in Swargaloka. You go to Swarg and then move and reach to Mahakailasa. You never come down to lower lokas. Are other solar systems in Milky Way galaxy, as known by Western science, part of Bhuloka. No, they are all part of Bhuloka. Everything Western science knows and Western science imagines. Everything is part of Bhuloka.
Beautifully, Swamiji revealed to all of us about how all the 14 lokas maps to the 25 states of consciousness, right? Swamiji beautifully revealed about how in each lokas, in each of the parallel universes, your existence, based on what state of consciousness you are in, you manifest that loka, that existence, that parallel universe. If you cherish boredom, tiredness as your lifestyle, you manifest only that level, that layer of parallel universe where you go to the lower lokas. If you manifest high energetic thinking, clarity, depth as your constant, your way of responding to life, interacting with life, then you manifest the higher parallel universes. The state of consciousness that you are in, that has a huge role to play. It determines what loka parallel universe you experience. So today, what Swamiji has revealed in this session, right, is a very, very important one, because Swamiji is literally like preparing us to understand how each aspects, whether you're feeling tired, you're feeling bored, you're feeling dull, you're feeling depressed, each thing has a role to play as to how you will experience it. In our Hindu scriptures, right, we have elaborate revelations on how each of the parallel universe exists. And we also have an elaborate description of how you can attain these parallel universes. Okay. Can I request every one of you to post your clicks? What did you all understand from this? It's actually a very powerful session, because it is like Swami has given you a manual, what state you need to be in to experience what loka, and how you need to experience it. See, actually, you all should know you have different bodies in each lokas. Simultaneously, spontaneously, you exist in all the lokas. There are literally 14 versions of you. There's the same view with a snake body in the Nagaloka. There's the same view with a Rishi body in the Tapoloka. Each loka, there is one form of you, you exist. And in all the 14 lokas, you're connected through your breath. Your breathing connects. So let's do a quick recap of what all we learned today and what all Swamiji has revealed. So we understand and we prepare ourselves, right? So just to quickly go over with you all. So morning, first we all started learning with the different fundamental units which forms the 25 states of consciousness, the 5-unit consciousness, which is Jagrat, Swapna, Sushupti, and Turiya, and Turyatita, the 5th state. Turyatita is just the 5th state, which is the ultimate state where everything mixes together. And Turyatita, the 5th state, is where there is no I consciousness, no thought, you just exist as eternal consciousness. Now, when these 5 unit states of consciousness exist, they crisscross. The permutation combination of these 5 states of consciousness forms the 25 states of consciousness. Jagrat, Swapna, Sushupti, Turiya, Turyati. They form the 25 states of consciousness. Now, in all the higher 7 lokas, so morning till now we learned all these. In this session, Swamiji revealed to us about how the 14 lokas corresponds which state takes you to what loka. Any state when you are in experiencing Turiya and Turyatita, all those states makes you experience higher lokas. So the 5 states of consciousness, your body, the vertical line is the 5 states of your mind. Now, each of these, the lower lokas, deep sleep, dream, and waking state, all permutation combination of the states of that is in lower lokas. So for higher lokas, you need to experience the higher states of consciousness, which is Turiya, Turyatita, and from that building yourself. And in all the lower lokas, in the lower planes, you experience the lower states of consciousness, right? So like Swamiji said, it's nothing is good or bad. You will start experiencing, understanding about each of this when you just start having the knowledge about it. It will make you more conscious about what state you're experiencing, right? So if you start just understanding these, that is enough. It will help you understand what state you are in, what state you're actually experiencing. Here you can see in this entire chart, this line, this block of the states that you're seeing here, all the Turiya states takes you to Swargaloka. Wherever you're experiencing Turiya space, that takes you to Swargaloka, the Swarga parallel universe. And here, if you see in the next one, all the awakened Turiya Sushupti, Turiya Swapna, Turiya Jagrat, and Turiya Turiya takes you to Maharloka. So here you can see clearly that mind is in Turiya and body experiences the 4 states, you are in Maharloka. Same way, when the mind is in Turiya, when the body is in Turiya and when the mind experiences the 4 states, you are in Swargaloka. Here you can see each same permutation combination builds up all the 14 lokas, the state of consciousness, what identity you experience and what space you are in. Are all of you catching it? If you all have understood, please put yes in the chat. Maina, this is unfortunately not online yet. This is an exclusive session now. This is specifically for the people here, all of you, all the participants of Paramashivoham. This is an exclusive session. So it's not available for everyone in public. But of course, it's always there in Paramashivoham. You can come and attend anytime and learn it. Okay. So now that we have understood this, we're all going to be entering into the next session where we understand about how Paramashiva has made all of us in his own sea. This is a very unique section. Actually, you're going to enjoy the revelation. Swamiji beautifully tells, Paramashiva makes his creation not in the scene, not in the going to see, not the future. He makes it seeing. He doesn't make it in any of this. He makes the whole creation in his own sea that simultaneously, spontaneously happens. So let us understand, what does it mean? Why did Swamiji say that? And what does it mean when we say Sadashiva made us all in his own sea? Let us listen to the revelations now.
Many Western traditions say the atheist traditions in the West say man made God in his mold. Some of the religious traditions in the West say God made man in his own mold. I say God, whether he made man in his own mold or not, I don't know. I don't know God. But I know Sadashiva, Godel. He did not make you in his mold. He made you in his own sea. Listen to this word. I am using the word sea. S-E-E. Not S-E-A. Listen to this word very carefully. See is an action. I wanted to say, when I see, one end is me, another end is you, another end is you, that's all. Because you are seeing with two eyes, what you are seeing, you can't absorb that into you. But I am seeing with the three eyes, what I see, I can absorb that into me. And I know it is my own other end. Understand, that is why I am using the word not even seeing, see. I am giving you exact, literally what I wanted to convey. The relationship between you and Sadashiva. You are the see, not seen, seeing, see of Sadashiva. Listen, just now I made a statement. When you see through the third eye, whatever you see, you can manipulate as you want. It means what you see will be your own extension. It is you. See, if I can make my right hand bend, do whatever I want, I can do, means this is me. What you understand as me is what I convey through the word see. In you, the me is only materially which is connected to you. In me is what is connected to me even by see. Listen. For you, me means what is materially connected to you. For me means what is seely connected to me. I don't know how much you catch it. I'll just tell you this small story which really happened. Arunagiri Vishra was trying to explain Advaita to me. He was sitting in the temple. This side, his left side was the Arunachala hill. Right side was the Garbha Mandir of the Arunachala temple. The front I was sitting. Exact eyes you guys are having now when I say me is see. How you are? That is exactly the way I was looking at him. He said, see this hill, this Arunachala, you, me, all one and the same. When he put the hand, of course, I was inside the hand. Literally I saw the hill just moving, the Garbha Mandir moving, me moving and disappearing. He, me, hill, Garbha Mandir, all disappearing into him. When experientially I saw whatever he was seeing, he is able to Photoshop it. He can just pick it up, put it, and if you say, I wanted to ask thousands of things and came to energization, the moment you hugged me, everything disappeared. Everything disappeared. I forgot. Some things I remembered later, some things I don't even remember. How many of you have this experience? Then you can understand what I am trying to tell. He just merged the whole thing. Listen. Sadashiva made all of us in his sea. Please do not alter the word. This is the Facebook status for all of you. Don't use seen, seeing, SEA, no. Sadashiva made all of us in his sea. Let the statement be understood as it is. Because you need to understand this concept that can be understood only by this grammatically wrong statement. Understand? It's called Arsha Prayoga in Vedic tradition, where the masters do not follow the grammar to explain certain intrinsic deep concept. Sadashiva made all of us in his sea. Not seen, not seeing, not SCENE, not SEA, no. When you see how it is simple extension of you, same way when Sadashiva sees, he feels all of us are simple extension, that is our existential reality. Everything else you believe is the manipulation of the matrix. Contemplate on this. This is the essence of Sadashivoham. If you see with two eyes, you can only see, you will not have power over it. But when Sadashiva sees with three eyes, whatever is seen is also me for him. Whatever is seen by him is also materially connected to him. How you feel the part of you which is materially connected to you as you, same way he feels everything as materially connected to him. So when what he sees is me for him, what he sees is he for him, and Sadashiva made all of us as his sea. You forgetting that is Trobhava. You being thrown back into that remembrance is Anugraha. Understand? Trobhava means delusion. Listen. He sees you as sea. You forgetting that is delusion. You reminded that truth experientially is liberation. That is why I say, if you understand delusion and liberation, you will understand even creation, operation, destruction in a completely different dimension. Creation, operation, destruction, you will understand that in completely different dimension. I can't use the word seen. I can't use the word seeing. Seeing reduces the whole thing just to an action. No. Why I use the word see? Listen. See is a happening. Sadashiva is Karana, Karya, Moola. Listen. Karana, the cause. Karya, the effect. Moola, the source. If a part is made, clay, potter, and the force potter is using on the clay, and the knowledge potter has which he applies on the clay, all that put together becomes a pot. understand Sadashiva is all this for all of us. Listen carefully. Sadashiva is all this for all of us. He is the material out of which we are made. He is the material out of which we are made. He is the potter who is making us. He is the force which is put on us for us to stay as we are, and the knowledge which is applying the force on us to stay as we are. Listen. Listen. Immediately we all have a question. If He is everything, then why there is so much of sadness and suffering and wrong things? Stupid. Ask the question the other way. If He is everything, how can there be this? It's all false. Put the question the other way. Put your anchor on the truth, not on delusion. If He is everything, then why am I deluded as if all this exists? Try to understand what I am explaining. Then you will understand the reality. You will be out of the matrix. You will be out of the matrix. One of the worst problem with which you all suffer, one of the worst problem with which you all suffer, listen carefully. One of the worst problem with which you all suffer is the victimhood you carry. You project it on everyone and you believe strongly it is an existential reality. When you try to show yourself as a victim, you feel very good. That is what I call powerless pornography. Cheapest pornography. Cheapest pornography a human being can enjoy is the taste of showing themselves as victim. Enjoying the victimhood. That's the cheapest pornography any human being can enjoy. Because you enjoy that, you do not want to deny the existence of it. You want to project that on everyone. And whole world there is so much suffering. You mean to say there is no suffering? I mean, there is no suffering. After going through so much of attack from all corners of the world, I mean, there is no suffering. Understand, ask the question in right way. If Sadashiva made all of us in His own sea, don't ask why there is so much suffering, then how can there be delusion of this suffering? Ask the right question. Don't ask why there is so much of suffering. The moment you say why there is so much of suffering, you put the anchor on the delusion and you are trying to question the Turyatita. Put the anchor on Turyatita and ask, then why am I feeling there is so much of suffering? Because you enjoy cheap victimhood pornography most of the time. You want to prove you are trying your best, you don't want to make it happen. Understand? Making it happen is different. Collecting all the arguments to prove I am really trying my best to happen, make it happen. If you establish you are really trying your best to make it happen, you may get medal but not result. You may get medal, not result. Understand, most of the time, because you enjoy victimhood, you project that on others, you project that on world, want to strongly believe the existence of suffering. When you want to believe something, nobody can stop you. Nobody can stop you. No one can stop you when you want to believe something. Listen to this truth again. Sadashiva made all of us in his own sea. S-E-E. I don't want to conclude it as seen or seeing. See. Because one more understanding I want to share with you. Only if some matter is connected to you, you feel that as me. For example, as long as your hands are connected to you, you feel that as you. You can handle it. You can do what you want with it. You can stretch, push, pull, up, down, all. But if your third eye is awakened, you enter into the next frequency. Everything you see, you know, is the material out of which you are made, is the same material out of which whatever you are seeing is also made. So, you just know how to deal with the matrix. You just know the matter becomes your own extension. Anything you see becomes your own extension. Looks too big. I know for most of you, even understanding is so difficult. How is it going to happen to me? When is it going to happen to me? Understand. Delusion. Delusion needs only awakening. It needs smart decision, not hard work. It needs smart decision, not hard work. When I say Sadashiva made all of us in his own sea, listen. When I say Sadashiva made all of us in his own sea, I mean from this truth, question what do you think should not be there, or what do you think creates doubt about this statement. If you are from that side and question this statement, it will never become your reality. Be on this side and question that side. Blessed are those who have a trust on Guru to push themselves to this side and question that side. You can go on, be on that side and question this side. I am not the loser. I'll continue. I'll continue. I'll continue. The fundamental principles of existence, your existence as individual self, or your existence as part of the society, your existence as part of your family, your existence as part of your community, your existence as part of your country, your existence as part of the humanity, your existence as part of the cosmos. In every level of existence, there are some fundamental principles to manifest what you want as reality. Mahadeva, Sadashiva explains this science as Agama. So fundamental principle today you need to know for this today's initiation. Understand. See, in the Mahadeva Leelarnava, Shiva Leelarnava, there is a beautiful compilation of Shiva's Leelas, Shiva Leelarnava. One is about Madurai, one is about Tiruvarur, one is about Tiruvannamalai, the various chapters. This whole Shiva Leelarnava, beautifully Sadashiva reveals, in every time he assumes the form to manifest certain power, he exemplifies the expression of certain sacred secret. For example, he comes to Madurai and exemplifies the truth and manifests a power. I'll give you one example of one story recorded. Mahadeva comes to eat, which is called puttu in Tamil, a breakfast, roughly equivalent to dry idli or powdered idli. That's the way I should call it. Powdered idli. He comes down to eat puttu from a old lady devotee, and then he demonstrates the power of all pervasiveness, where the Pandya tries to beat, Mahadeva with his ruling staff, which still has the mark. During that incident, Mahadeva manifests, demonstrates the power of all pervasiveness. The stick which has hit Mahadeva's back hits the back of all the animate, inanimate beings. Stavaram jangamam vyaptam. Animate and inanimate. Whole thing experiences that stick. Understand, the power he manifested in that Leela is Stavaram Jangamam Vyaptam. And the sacred secret he demonstrated in that Leela. He comes down to eat the love. Understand not the pit, but the love. In your life, if you decide, you will eat only, you will perceive, enjoy, receive only the emotions, not the objects. You won't care about the matter, but about the experience. You will always be radiating the all-pervasiveness. Understand? Whoever decides, I have nothing to gain from this world, I am here only to receive and give, nothing else. He receives the love of the Vandi, gives her the completion of feeling fulfilled. Neither pity is big thing for him, nor the work he is supposed to do he is doing. He does it in a different way. The story beautifully says, he puts the semmad, means his turban, for his head and lies down. But the ministers are asking him, hey, put the sand and stop the Vaigai, build embankment. He says, fools, you don't know from where the water is coming. I am covering from where water is coming. Hey, I am covering the source, fools. I am doing my job. You don't understand. It's coming from here, so I have to cover it here, not there. தலைபெருகும் கங்கையை தந்துணியால் கட்டி அலைபெருகும் வைகையை அடைத்து வைக்க முயன்றான். புரியா குலை வெறுத்த மூடர்கள் தான் விரும்பும் வேலை செய்தலே வேலை என்று நினைக்கும் அறியாத்தனம். He does the job exactly how it should be done because he knows the source of the problem. He is stopping the water from the source. But these fools are forcing him to work as they think what is the solution. They think dumping the sand on the banks of Vaigai is the solution. That is the job he is supposed to do. But only he knows where it has to be tied. He demonstrates perception as useless, immaterial. Listen carefully. If you decide to operate only based on the pure emotions, not matter based, means you are that the force which drives you. Instead of fear and greed, if you change the fuel to love, you will manifest the power of all-pervasiveness. Love is the fuel for you to experience oneness. That is what he is showing in that one incident. Each incident, he personifies one sacred secret and he manifests that power which is expressed by that one sacred secret. If you want to manifest the power of all-pervasiveness, practice the sacred secret of love being your driving force. not fear or greed. Whenever you look at any of your problem from the cosmic oneness cognition, one, the problem will be solved. Second, even till you solve the problem, it has become sacred, so it will not make you powerless anymore. Making all your problems powerless today, by this cognitive shift, is the homework for all of you. Assignment for all the satsangis today. Listen. Solving is one. Solving your problem one. Your problems powerless is another one. Solving your problems, even if I tell it can be done immediately, you are not ready to believe, so I compromise and come to your level and accept for time being. You can only by taking time. Because if I say it can be solved immediately, I look very violent and insensitive. So I do not that insensitive, so I accept your problems in your own. But I really want to tell you, they can be made powerless immediately. Your problems can be made powerless immediately. The moment you start shooting the arrows from the shoulder of oneness, like a Rama sitting on the shoulder of Hanuman and shooting the arrow. Hanuman is actually the energy of Nandi, Rudra. And the moment you sit on the shoulder of oneness and start shooting the arrows, the problems cannot make you powerless anymore. Your missing cannot be missing. If you do not understand what you are missing, you start messing your life and others' life. You become a horror movie which nobody wants to see. Horror movie which nobody wants to see. Understand, if you know you exist and you perceive you exist, you can have any upati. Upati is the title, means you exist as a man, you exist as a woman, you exist as a human. Even any of those upadis are okay. If you know you exist, if you remember you exist, and if you want to exist, understand you are pure reflection of Mahasadashiva. The conclusion you need to come about you is Mahasadashiva. I tell you, the moment you come to the conclusion you are Mahasadashiva, you will look at the life large. All suffering is when you look at the life very short. This is just fundamentally to concept. One, decide. If you are alive, you are Mahadeva, Mahasadashiva. And with that conclusion and maturity, you will talk to your third eye, you will talk to the rain or sun or moon or the air with any energy that exists. Maturity is the unit with which you will relate with them. Listen carefully. Decide to have a matured conversation. Tell the air, I am Sadashiva, you are established in me, and there is a diamond which is there within your reach. Just bring it and put it in front of me. Know very clearly everything, the whole matter, Prakriti, is established on you. Nothing to be begged, nothing to be stolen, nothing to be cheated. Only people who have a low inner image plan for hit and run relationship. Just I will cheat, and tonight I will use, and tomorrow morning I will disappear. It is a cheap fellows who don't have right self-respect. Womanizers never will have a self-respect because they feel themselves so low. By the attention they get from others, they think that is the love, and they try to feel good about themselves for a time being. Life does not work with the hit and run relationship principle. Life works with a stable, matured, long-term relationship. All of you sit first, write in a paper clearly for you to remember. Because I am alive, and I remember I am alive, and I want to be alive. Sat Chit Ananda, I am Sadashiva. Sat means I am alive. Chit means I remember I am alive. Ananda means I want to be alive because I enjoy being alive. Because I am Sat Chit Ananda, I am Sadashiva, I am Mahadeva, I am Mahasadashiva. Write this in one paper, come to the conclusion and sit on it. With that decision and conclusion, have matured conversation with anything. You will start manifesting powers now. This is the most matured, powerful initiation. Understand? You should manifest powers from the right context. Only then it will be permanent. If you manifest just because of Aushadha, just because of Jnananjana, once in a while okay, to give you confidence. But if you are doing only that, then it is hit and run relationship only. You should manifest not just because of Jnananjana, not just because of Aushadha, but because of the cognition. This is the real prasada. This cognition is most used prasada from me. Why this throne becomes divine? Because I used it many times. So most number of times I used is this cognition which I am giving you now. So this is the best prasada than even this throne. Sit on that. Sit on that. You can have the conclusion, my existence can move only maximum my own body, that also all the time not. You can live in that conclusion. You can live in that cognition. Who is going to suffer? Naturally, your ability to move goes on reducing. One day you stop moving, that's what is death. I tell you, you do not need to withdraw because it has not become immediately your realization. I'll give you experiential proofs to you as your own experience through power manifestation. That will start poking holes in your doubts, and your doubts will collapse. When your doubts collapses, this cognition becomes your cognition. And living with these higher conclusions, higher cognitions as the source of your life is what I call existence of Mahasadashiva, state of Mahasadashiva. See, you also exist, he also exists. He exists with a clarity, dynamic activity and static matter has no boundary. I am one with everything, so everything listens to me and my strategy. The conviction, Sadashiva, cannot be shaken. You are the para, the ultimate, what I call the Mahasadashiva. As I usually tell, that Brahmins call Parabrahma, Vaishnavites call Paramapatam, Shaivites call Parashiva, Shaktas call Parashakti. That Para, the space of Para, you are that. The independent, intelligent, active, inspired, charged up, passionate embodiment of Ananta Kalyana Gunas. All the auspiciousness. That conviction cannot be shaken by everyday conclusions changing or moving. Listen. Because your conclusions every day goes ups and downs, you feel the intensity is not continuity. Your day to day, see, you always gauge the productivity of your life and how you feel, what you are about the day to day mood swing. Your day to day mood swing cannot be used to question the convictions about your existence. I tell you, all the mood swings you have because of your stomach related chemicals ups and downs, and the actions you do, reactions you do, the so-called good, bad, everything is dead. It doesn't come with you. The moment that fire, Jadaragni, is put off, all the actions and reactions related to lust does not come with you the moment Kamagni is put off. So every point you have to come to certain conclusions about you cannot question your convictions about you. You are Mahasadashiva is the conviction about you. It's not conclusion. understand that's not conclusion. That cannot be conclusion. Your day-to-day actions, reactions, good, bad, right, wrong, victory, defeat, losing battles cannot be called as losing war. I want to give you a very simple yogic technique. Always visualize yourself with a 25 head and 50 hands as Mahasadashiva and breathe through all the 25 heads. You don't know the power of this technique. Even if you practice as a technique, even if you don't believe you are Sadashiva or Paramashiva, Mahasadashiva, just do this as a technique. Visualize yourself with a 25 head and 50 hands and inhale and exhale through 25 heads. So much samana will get into your system. Your intelligence will be intensely activated. Samana is intense prana. If I roughly equate oxygen to oxygen to prana, I can roughly equate. It cannot be exactly equated because it is something more. Oxygen independently does not have life, but prana independently has life. Just by the very existence, prana can generate life. It can give life even to a dead leaf. From dead leaf, the tree can happen if the prana exists. If the leaf exists in the space of prana, from dead leaf, life can happen. From one hair, life can happen. That is what Virabhadra. This Paramashiva gives one jata and life happens. So be assured, don't bother about this superstitious science practitioners. Paramashiva is real. Mahasadashiva with 25 face and 50 hands is real. Just visualize yourself and inhale and exhale, then you will understand. The air which goes to the 5th layer, 25th head, nostril and comes down will make you realize you are Mahasadashiva. This kind of breathing will make you realize every word I am uttering is true, and it will become reality in you. You will start living enlightenment. Understand, living enlightenment is not a struggle. Now I want to tell you, for living enlightenment, you need vision, not sacrifice. As long as you don't get the right vision, you need to have sacrifice. Till the vision is not clicked, you need sacrifice. Once the vision clicks, you don't need sacrifice. Understand first this 5 dimension of Sadashiva Murti. Creation, sustenance, rejuvenation, pulling out of delusion, liberation. Actually, you are doing these 5 actions every day. Every day you create some part of your body newly, some part of your muscle memory newly, some part of your biomemory newly, some part of your bioenergy newly. And every day you do sustenance of your body, mind, being. Every day you do rejuvenation. Millions of cells die. and millions get newly generated, replenished, rejuvenated. If you just understand this, you will see all, including cancer in your body, will be healed. Just understand this one dimension of Paramashiva. Every cell dying in your body, every cell newly creating in your body, that samhara is not ordinary destruction, it is rejuvenation. Anyone who meditates on Rudra, Lord of Samhara, will be free from all types of cancers.
Swamiji, I want to understand this depth dimension, the equivalent of this from the modern physics point of view. My understanding might be very limited, but I think, see, for example, what these guys are telling us now is that when we observe certain phenomena, we change the result.
See, they only gone up to the breadth of the physics.
Breadth.
See, length of the physics is A plus B is C, 1 plus 1 is 2. Now, this whole observer changes the result is only a breadth of the physics. Still the fools have not gone to the depth of the physics.
Understood, Swamiji.
Understand?
Yes, Swamiji.
Now I can move my hand and move the sun is the depth of the physics.
Understood, Swamiji. All these mystical powers, all this is completely...
See, I can move my hand here and move the sun there. Is the depth of the physics. Very difficult for the physics to grasp. Even the breadth of the physics they are catching only after so many hundreds of years.
Yes, Swamiji.
Understand? You see, length of the physics is Newton. Breadth of the physics is observer influences the observed. The depth of the physics will be quantum. Not these guys, the quantum word they are using. In this, the quantum word they are using, they are trying to show more an agnostic, atheist way of, this is the way the parallel universe exists, but they are not saying our will as a powerful role to play with the parallel universe. See, the moment you say there is certain will which plays, then the independent intelligence operating the whole mechanism need to be accepted, which is Sadashiva,
Yes.
which they don't want. Yes. That is why they are trying to keep the depth of the physics as agnostic as possible due to their unscientific stupidity.
Understood, Swami.
See, what is unscientific? Not exploring because of your vested interests. Agnosticism, removed from quantum physics, will make the scientist a genuine seeker, will lead them to enlightenment.
Understood, Swamiji. Thank you, Swamiji.
Anybody who has studied little quantum physics?
Swamiji.
You can, of course, there I know so many, Rajesh, it's agnosticism, not letting the quantum physicists do the real scientific depth because of their vested interest of not letting the independent intelligence possibility of existence. They go on denying not looking at that direction, that parallel universe as a possibility of the will's existence of manipulation and manifestation. The difference between the agnostics and the agama. Agama is very clear. The depth of the physics as an independent intelligence playing the creation, maintenance, destruction, delusion, liberation part. And understand, I am manifesting powers to establish theism of the quantum physics. The theistic quantum physicist is my Balasans. If I have to define my Balasans, theistic quantum physicist. Actually, I told some of my Balasans, hey, don't write 12th examination. I'll make big universities, give you honorary doctorate. When they bring it, tell them, put it at the feet and go. Don't touch by hand. It's dirty. See, this world needs to know, when the depth is awakened, the education is different. Actually, I am going through the fluttering period of my Gurukul. Means, I am at crossroads. That is why I have to justify my Gurukul so much, and in few years, you will see 10 times longer queue. This middle class Indian parents will be standing here, like how they stand outside the US embassy for visa, for my Gurukul administration, for my Gurukul admission. Now I am going through the crossroads where I am yet to establish, see, I have established certain things, but I have not completely established the utility value of this in the regular life. Now you are seeing me in the first floor. If I have to appear in that 11th floor, I get into the lift, which is my Advaita space. Doing pratyahara from this body and mind. Go to the 11th floor, come out of that lift. By that time, my color and some of the qualities will not be same. But some will remain same, just to tell you it is me. Only the ID card level qualities will be retained. Others will not be there, same.
So JG, my question is, when we have such an experience of seeing you like that, does it mean like only, even though like right now I only remember me here, but for all of us we are with you
if you
in
have
all
seen
those?
there, you are experiencing me there also. Actually, especially this teleportation all happens only if you experience me in multiple planes.
But does that mean all of us are there also, but we don't remember it, we're not aware?
All of you are there also and you don't remember. It's unused apps. How in your iPhone? See, somebody gets an iPhone 6 and knows only how to press the number and make call, nothing more than that. That is exactly the way you are using you.
The second great news is, even while you are in this body, your parallel universe being exists in Mahakailasa, you can start importing products from Mahakailasa through that being into you. It's like you have a company branch in China, India, London. So you can get products from all those countries and get it to United States. You have your parallel universe personality in Nagaloka, in Tapoloka, in all the higher lokas and even lower lokas. Up to Kailasa, your parallel university personality exists. You can directly through that personality buy whatever you want to buy in Mahakailasa and get it imported to your this body. I'll read out the question. Do we exist as a single being or in multiple universe or in the multi-universe as multiple beings?
You all open all your three eyes.
This is the concept. This is the question. With various words, more than 15 people have put. Listen. Listen very intensely. If you think you need money and work hard, if you think you need money and don't work, you will live as a poor and die. If you think you need money and work hard, your whole life you may make few millions. If you understand the principle of money and make a bank, you will make a few billions. If you understand the concept of money and empowered, develop the muscle power to play with the money concept, you start giving trillions to others. So it is all about how you decide to exist. Do you decide to exist as a one being restricted to one body, begging for health, wealth, happiness, bliss, completion in relationship? Or do you decide to exist as more than one parallel universe? Or do you decide to exist in multiverse, not just parallel, multiverse as multiple beings manifesting from one source consciousness, you? Fundamentally, it is your decision and the decision which you support. I tell you, if you decide to be enlightened, there can be no struggle. Just support, empower enlightenment, it will start manifesting. If you decide you want money, just start empowering the idea of having money in you, you will manifest it. If you decide you want health, just empower yourself with the idea of health, you will have it. If you decide to exist in multiverse, you being the source as Paramashiva, decide to entertain that idea, empower that idea, play with that idea, work for that idea, you will simply manifest it. And Paramashiva's grace is here, manifesting as Nijavatara to inspire and excite and above all initiate and empower all of you to exist in multiple universes, in multiverse, simultaneously, spontaneously, as the source Paramashiva. Even your brain trying to cognize this truth will start the initiation manifesting in you. I think there are few beings who we transform into the path to becoming you. Are they from parallel universe? Yes. Understand? When you want to become me, when I say me, I mean Paramashiva. When I want to become Paramashiva, Paramashiva triggers spontaneously, simultaneously that initiation in you. You just flow with it. Only thing, do not ever entertain abusers. Do not ever entertain abusers. Because if you entertain abusers, you will fall into their trap and they will be initiating you into their level. Then naturally they will push you into the lower lokas. They will take you to the Atala, Vitala, Sutala, Talatala. See, these abusers directly don't jump. They just try to test. If you give your ears to them, then your life is gone. If you stand very clearly with your Guru Bhakti and chastity to the Guru, then the Guru Drohis, the abusers will be gone from your life. Any sympathy you show to the abusers is the sympathy you show to the devils and demons who will simply take you to the lower lokas before even you realize and push you into the Batala, worst Batala. Someone is asking, is only our consciousness will be taken to the higher universe or our body also will be taken? The whole question is so funny. Don't you understand? Your consciousness is really heavy on you. Your body is just like your hair and nail and the used cloth. If I ask you, do you want to drink Amrita? Will you pour your Amrita on your old cloth? If I give you the nectar, pot nectar, will you drink or you will pour it on your old used cloth? Your body is used cloth. Don't think about it too much. Your consciousness, you drinking the Amrita is real need. So now I am going to lift your consciousness, which is the prominent, dominant, important component of you. The very question is out of extreme delusion, because you think your body, you are asking, will my body be lifted to other loka? I can lift it. I can lift your body also. But that is useless. Let me lift your real part, consciousness. I'll show you the 14 lokas. See it. See it. I'll show you now the description diagram of the 14 lokas. Fuel, energy, initiation, conscious Shaktipada and Shaktinipada. Listen, I'll repeat. When you are fueling yourself with a conscious Shaktipada and Shaktinipada, initiation, Tejas, Ojas, Kundalini, Shakti, you are lifted to the higher planes, higher lokas, like Suvar Loka, Mahar Loka, Jana Loka, Tapa Loka, Brahma Loka, Paramapada, and Kailasa, Mahakailasa itself. If you listen to the abusers, Gurudrohis, they will put their initiation, their energy into you, their doubts, their criminal mentality into you, cunningness into you, and they will push you into Atala, Vitala, Sutala, Talatala, Mahatala, Batala, the lower lokas. So it is up to you whom you want to listen, whom you want to align. I have seen people telling me, oh, when they are depressed, whether I listen to you or to the Gurudrohis, abusers, what is there? I am in depression, suffering. Understand? If you are in, even if you are in depression, if you listen to me, you will get out of it, you will be raised out of depression to the higher lokas. But if you listen to the abusers, you will be pushed into the depression once and for all, and depression will become your conscious living style and conscious genetical code. Don't make depression, pain, suffering, delusion, life negativity as a conscious genetical code. Never allow drugs and the ideas from druggies, because the drugs damages people's brain permanently, even in the hardware level, not just software. It alters the very brain structure. So when those druggies are abusing Guru, doing Guru Droha, spreading lies, rumors, gossips, if you listen to it, you also fall into their lower lokas, which is extremely dangerous. Be very careful about it and be very cautious about it. How can I expand like Krishna did? Can I experience Vishwarupa? Yes. Now I am going to empower you. Intensely fuel your backbone, Merudanda, you are having. I am going to fill it with Kundalini Shakti, Tejas, Ojas, initiation. Not only you can manifest like Krishna, you can radiate the power of Nirvikalpa Samadhi, Sahaja Samadhi like Krishna. See, it's like if you travel to a different country and lived there for some time and come back, how you see the whole your native place new. Same way, Now when you experience the higher lokas and come back, settle down into the body, everything will be so new, alive, fresh, living. Swamiji, how to increase more faith? You don't need to increase more faith. Now I am going to fuel you with supernal effulgence DNA and conscious genetic code that will naturally manifest all the best things in your life. So there is nothing like you need to raise your faith. Were humans at one time more evolved and had superpowers? For example, during the time of Krishna, what happened to lose this knowledge and what will be the difference now with this evolution? Understand? Humans always had the possibility. During the Krishna's time, they manifested, it was available. In between, as Krishna himself said in the Bhagavad Gita, Yogo Nashta Parantapaha. Even during the Krishna's time, earlier than Krishna's time, it was lost and he revived. So now again, last few thousand years, it got lost, and now with the grace of Paramashiva, Paramashiva himself is reviving through this Nijavatara. That's all. So it's like revival. Swamiji, I feel I remember glimpses from different lokas and from coming out of the light shaft itself. Are the actual memories or my imagination? If these are memories, how is it that I am able to remember? I am answering specifically to you. The kind of a love, chastity you have for me, it's in your core. The kind of a love, devotion you have for me. When you remember me, I just know you. That you are remembering me, you are connecting with me. When you remember me, I just know you are calling me. So you are that strongly connected to me. So be very clear, what you are having is not imagination. It's a super real experience remembered by you in this plane.
Very powerful session we just had, where so powerfully Swamiji revealed to us about how these 14 lokas actually exist. Understand what we just learned. And every single cognition that Swamiji has given in this session is far too powerful. Just put this into your inner space. Go on just contemplating on this. You'll actually start having experience, direct access to these higher dimensions. Hope all of you enjoyed today's sessions, and let us meet again tomorrow at 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, starting with a powerful yoga. Thank you so much for joining us today. And now let us conclude today's day with the Purna Mantra. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavasishyate. Om Shanti 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 हरिः ओं तत्सत् सर्वं भगवत् श्री नित्यानन्द परमशिव पादुकार्पणमस्तु ॐ नित्यानन्दम् Thank you all, Nityanandam.